Let's test this out, shall we? Let's see if it will actually work. Or if it's going to keep freezing. I honestly do not know why it was freezing. Normally it shouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what happened there. I am going to do... I'm so torn between like what... Oh, I'm good. Thank you. Just had some minor technical difficulties, so I had to stop stream, and then I just restarted it.
Oh my god, I can't believe
Oh,
that.
thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm going to continue fighting Knuckle Duckle. Still trying to figure out all the stream setups and all that wonderful jazz. So I just have chat on my phone and it's falling. But I think it's fine now. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to switch the rotations of the team. So I'm not used to all these the characters' placements. Normally I have my shielder on the bottom slot, so I'm not used to this. Normally Yulon is, I believe, 3rd slot as well. It's going good. Just working on, I'm just doing some artifact farming for Inefa and Kalabina. I wanted to wait until Stygian Onslaught started to do the artifact farming, because I really don't like the new artifact set domain. I just find that the enemies are a bit more of a hassle than what I want to deal with. Granted, none of these bosses are really fast for me to kill, so I don't know if I'm actually going to save time, but at least I'm going to get extra artifacts regardless. And I did condense all of my resin, so everything should be good. Oh, no worries. If stream is stuttering, just let me know, because it might be my end as well. I'm still working out some stuff, so I could have things set up where it's not working properly. But I do play other games, but Genshin is mostly the main game that I play. I know that I sometimes stop in and play Withering Waves. I also enjoy Infinity Nikki as well. And I've been known to play Elden Ring and Lies of P sometimes, but not often. But yeah, I'm mostly going to stream Genshin, and then I also really love doing art and being creative. As of right now, yes. I'm going to be uploading the VODs to YouTube. I do have a YouTube... Oh my god, I'm getting my ass kicked. I do have a YouTube channel where I was creating videos, but I decided to switch to streaming. At least for right now. And we'll see how it goes. This is technically my 2nd stream. I did a stream yesterday. Thank you. Okay, I need to like really lock in because I'm getting my ass whooped. And then after this, I need to switch up my teams because I do not like the placements. I need to remember that. Oh, at least I got them down.
A sight to behold.
Okay, there we go. Okay. And then once I do a few rotations, then I'll go and check all the artifacts. Not at the moment right now. Maybe later. I know that I also do artwork and stuff, so my model that I currently have is actually something that I drew. So yeah. I need to remember that I need to swap my teams. And I might actually, I think I'm going to swap over to this enemy just for something different. And I think I'm just going to bring in my normal team and see how that does, which is Escoffier, Yulan, Arlecchino. Then I normally go with Layla, but I think I'm going to bring in Nefa. And we'll see how that works. Okay. And I have not fought against this boss, so I have no idea what I'm doing or how it works. But I feel like I'm kind of kicking its ass. Okay. Okay, split into a lot of little enemies. But it's alright, because Arlecchino has it covered. Where's the other one? Oh, okay. Okay, not too bad. It definitely took me a little bit longer than Knuckle Duckle, but it's alright. Okay, and I have 2 more condensed resin, so after I use up all my condensed resin, then I'll go condense all of my resin. And at that time, I will check all the artifacts that I've gotten. So one more time. I think I'm going to stick with this enemy. And I might switch it up to the other one that's only cryo. Or I might just stick with Knuckle Duckle. Who knows? I can also try different teams as well. Oh.
Installation chain.
And they split off. I'm going to use Yulan's skill to hopefully kill all of them. Oh, I got most of them. Well, and there's one lone one. And back to the center. Make sure that I'm shielded. There we go. Okay. Cool. Now break time to check all of the artifacts that I've just gotten and then also condense all of my resin. So, and I always go back to Mondstadt because Mondstadt is home. I do also need to collect a few more crystal flies as well. I'm so glad that they've like changed the resin system a few patches ago, and it doesn't take as much crystal cores as it used to. Because man, those were really hard to collect. Okay, now let's check the artifacts. So for Colobina, oh no, it's not for Colobina, it's for Nefa, that's right. And then also for the Mondstadt characters too. Okay. So for Nefa, doesn't really look like we've gotten anything new for flowers. We do have a potential candidate for... Never mind. Definitely never going to switch out of that flower. No, not flower, feather. Definitely never going to switch out of that feather. So that's cool. And the attack sands, nothing. And nothing for a goblet. Awesome, awesome. Do you have a crit rate circlet? I don't think... Yeah. She uses a crit rate weapon, so I don't want to go for a crit rate circlet. Awesome. It's really got nothing. What is her stats? Not too bad. Definitely... Okay. Definitely need to get up my crit rates a little bit more. But yeah. Okay, so nothing new for Anefa. Oh, and I believe Venti also wants... Does Venti want the new sets? I think Venti wants the new set. Hold on, let me Google this to make sure that I'm not screwing up my builds. Yeah. So he definitely does want the new set. If I want to do like have him as a main DPS, so it would be attack, animo damage, and crit rate and crit damage. And then I also have, what's his name? Durin. Oh my lord. I also have Durin that I need to build as well. Let me just quickly look up his builds. Okay, so pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to actually build up Durin first. Because like Venti has a usable build, Durin does not. So I definitely want to go and work on that. Okay, so for his flower, I have a few good candidates. Same thing for feathers. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, that kind of hurts my soul. That is one interesting pyro damage goblet. Do I not have anything? Like, surely I have something better than that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand why he's on that, to be honest, when I have something like this. Still not the greatest, but it's better. Okay. I'm going to put him on this, especially because it's leveled too. I don't have to spend time leveling that. Ooh. That's pretty nice. What? That's right. I have him on Miss Splinter. I don't know if that's the weapon that I want to keep him on or not. Hold on, let me go and double check his weapons. What weapons do you use? What weapons do you want? And what weapons do I even have that you want? Because I don't have a lot of 5-star swords. I have a lot of 4-star swords. So I know that people put him on where? Lion's Roar. Yeah. That's attack though. What stats am I aiming for? Okay, so he doesn't really need energy recharge either. Oh, wrong sword. This is a sword that I might potentially switch him back to. So this was a sword that I started out with. And then obviously, like, I switched him to Miss Splinter for whatever reason. So yeah, I think I'm going to switch him back to Lion's Roar. What is his... Ooh. Okay. So, I definitely just need to basically balance out the crit stats. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. So then it's crit rates. That has crit rates. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I just had to take a quick call, but I'm back now. So there's that. Yeah. So I think... okay. I think I'm going to pause before I level anything up and continue doing a little bit of artifact farming. Just in case that I get something better, because I don't have a lot of artifact XP. So I kind of want to be a bit... I just kind of want to be a bit conservative with it and not use it if I don't have to. Yeah, so that's my dailies completed. Then just claim all my battle pass rewards. And then back to Stygian Onslaught. I am definitely going to tackle the boss that only works with cryo. So that way then I can claim all of the rewards for Stygian Onslaught, because I completely forgot about that. Yeah, completely forgot about that. And for this team, I have no idea who I want to bring in. I think... it's cryo. Okay, definitely going to bring in my Escoffier. I think I'm going to bring in my skirt. I don't actually know if she's built or not. And then who else? I think I'm going to bring in Yalan, and then I'm going to go with Solali. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And then also I get the Night Soul state. Okay, cool. Let's go Solali. And then I always forget how to play skirt. Because like you have to pick up these things. Do you think that I ever remember to?
Show no mercy. Gotcha.
And then do you burst for Solali?
Get him.
Oh. totally did not mean to switch to skirt there. Okay. Refresh that, and then I should tap. Yes. And then just whack-a-mole. There we go. That took a little bit of time, but it's fine. Yes. Indeed, condensed resin. Nice. Nope, I did not want to challenge that again. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me abandon challenge, and then I'm going to... I think I'm just going to stick with the first one. Or no, I'm going to do Knuckle Duckle, actually. But I am going to switch the position of these characters. I'm going to do this. There we go. Because my shielder always has to be in the last slots. Always. And then I normally have my DPS in these second slots. And then my support in my first slot. And then sub DPS in the third slot. So... yeah. And then... there we go. This feels so much better than what I was trying to do before. Oh, I went and fixed my Yu'lon build because I did not have enough energy on Yu'lon. And now I do, and it just feels so much better to play. I honestly cannot believe that I've been playing Yu'lon for 3 or 4 years like that, where I just did not have enough energy on her. It's really such a difference to play when you actually can get the character's bursts, especially when they rely on their burst so much. Like Yu'lon. Fields. That.
Right here, right now. Busted. Right here. Right now. Defensive mode. Game's up. From silver.
It also makes a huge difference when my characters are in the correct order that I normally play them in. Yeah, that's so much better than what it was before. Like, I cut down my time by half just by having my characters where they normally are. Okay. I'm going to use my fragile resin. I'm not going to use all of my fragile resin. I think I'm only going to use 5. Because I like to have a few extra fragile resin just on the off chance that I need it. Like for like emergency cases, like if I run out of Mora, and I don't have any sort of resin to use, but I really need Mora, then I can do a few ley lines. So I always like to have like a little bit of extra not condensed, but like reserve resin, just on the off chance that I need it.
Things are about to get dicey. Defensive mode engaged. Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Here we go. Nice. So just a few more runs, and then I will go and take a look at the things, at all the artifacts that I've gathered, see if I want to level anything up, which I think that I do, at least for Durin. I don't necessarily think that there's anything that I want to level up for Anefa. Anefa's pretty much built.
Insulation chamber.
There we go. I might also go and, if I have enough artifact XP, then I'm going to go and level up my Colabina's artifacts as well, because I've not done that really. Like they're leveled, but they're not to level 20. So I just don't. I constantly run out of artifact XP.
Defensive mode.
So.
Right here, right now, right here.
And then after this,
Quietly.
I don't know if I'm going to do some of the witch's homework for some of the characters because I've not done that. I think I've only done the witch's homework for Venti, but not for anyone else.
Things are about to get
So I would like to go through and
emerge. Right here.
do the witch's homework for everyone else. So then the Hexride circle buff work. So yeah. Or I might end up exploring Nod Cry. Because like I've explored most of the first part of Nod Cry, but I haven't really explored the second half. I was really busy creating a cosplay for Fan Expo in February when that part came out. So I just have not had time to actually sit down and play the game and explore everything that Nod Cry has to offer. Because I was busy sewing. I was actually creating a Colabina cosplay. I created her coat from the Patui, so I was able to find a pattern on Etsy for it, as well as a pattern for the headpiece. And so I spent 3 weeks before the con sewing and working on that, and I was able to get everything done and wear the cosplay to the convention, which was really fun. I had a lot of fun at the convention, and I really like making my own cosplays as well. I've sewn a Venti cosplay, which was actually the first thing that I've sewn, which is not to, you know, toot my own horn or anything like that. It's quite impressive that that was the first thing that I tried to sew, having no knowledge of sewing at that time. And it's definitely not as well constructed as some of my other cosplays have been, but it's pretty good for like a first time attempt. I would like to potentially go back and kind of fix up some stuff. Just kind of make sure that all the seams are good on it and all that jazz. But anyway, all of this is now done, and I never do menacing or fearless. I'm not that type of player at all. I just, half the time I don't even do the Spiral Abyss or Imaginarium Theater. I'll do it when I have time and when I want to, but for the most part I'm not an quote-unquote endgame player. But I mostly do it to just grab as many Primo Gems as I can and then go from there. So with that, I'm going to check out all the artifacts that I've gotten. So for Anefa, do I have anything better? No. Not really. Cool. Ooh, that crit. Oh, that kind. I did not even register the crit damage circlet that I have. That is low-key kind of sad. I definitely want to get a much better crit damage circlet. At least something that has crit rate on it. Because, like, I don't believe that I need the attack percentage. I could be wrong. I honestly don't know. So, Nefa's done at the moment. Okay, and Durin. Durin. Okay. So I have a few pieces. Nothing crazy. But I'm going to level up the flower. Whoops. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay, I'm going to level up the flower until 20. And see how that rolls. I think I'm just going to level up all the pieces I currently have for him, unless there's obviously something better, and then go from there if I want to switch up anything for Durin. At least get a much better baseline reading of his kit. Also, I'm not going to do the 3 stars. I'm going to do 4 stars so that I'm not having to press all these buttons all the time. Let's see. Okay, not... I was going to say not the worst, but it kind of is. I mean, at least it's... He has crit damage and a little bit of crit rate, but definitely could be better. Jeepers, I'm just getting over a cold, so trying to mute my mic whenever I have to cough, but that one just came on really fast. And then I'm going to level up the full feather. I keep wanting to call it the... Oh my lord. Keep wanting to call it the flower when it's the feather, and then vice versa. My lord. Okay. At least it went... Okay. Ooh. He doesn't need energy recharge, especially if I crown his... I think it's his burst or his skill. I can't remember. One of the other. One of the two. If I crown one of his talents, then he virtually needs no ER. Crit rates, which is nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Hopefully it either goes into attack or crit rate again. But knowing my luck, it's probably going to go defense. No! Holy crap. Okay, that's not bad, actually. That's really good. That's really good. Because I think that he needs he needs quite a bit of crit rates. His crit rate is quite low, so that really helps out a lot. I don't know. I might try leveling up this piece whenever I get the artifacts XP to do so, just to see, because having both crit rate and crit damage will definitely level out his stats a lot more than having attack and ER. I mean, he still needs quite a bit of attack, but I think that I really need to focus on the crit rate and crit damage, especially because he has an attack sword. So there's that. And then for the sands... Yeah, I think I'm going to... Okay, I think I'm going to not level up the sands right now, because I don't really have a lot of artifact XP. I think that I'm going to level up this crit damage. I don't know. I think it just depends. Because everything, all of his artifacts have crit rate. So if I get crit rate rolls, if I get a majority of crit rate rolls on these sets, on his artifacts, then that might balance out everything. I don't need a crit rate circlet, but I don't know. I think I'm going to try leveling up the crit damage and see what that does. Granted, I'm not going to be able to get very far in leveling it up because I don't have the XP. Okay, attack, not a great start, but that's all right. And more attack. Okay. So I might just go with the crit rate circlet. I might just stick with this. I don't know. I'll probably continue leveling this up when I have the XP. And then go from there. But yeah, at least I'm getting there with Durin's build. I have so many characters that I want to build. Too many. I'm constantly in the middle of building some character. Okay. So now with that being said, what do I have to do? So I still need to do the event. I have not done the event at all. And I want to explore. And I still need to do Varka's story. I have so many characters that I need to do their story for. Okay. I think I'm going to do
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't
some of the
promise
witch's
you'll know.
homework. I can remember. No, I have to go to. I'm like, how do I get there? So I normally go through the pop-up, but the pop-up's not there anymore. But I think that I just need to go to the library. Oh, and I almost fell off there. Okay, cool. Why pop-up? Why? Thank you. Ugh. I was like, wait, for a hot second, I'm like, wait, where am I going? I'm like, I need to go to the night place, the library, in order to access the book so that I can do the homework. Because I think I still need to do Dern's homework. I don't think that I even did Dern's. Wait, is this not? I don't think that this is right. Nope, press the wrong book. Is it not? Uh-oh. I forgot where I have to go. Is it downstairs? No. Maybe let me see if I can go through one of the talents. Okay, there we go. So yeah, why not? Okay. That's right. Characters have to reach a certain level. Okay. So I can at least do officials and I can do Durin's. But I also need to do a Durin's quest. Okay, so I'm going to do officials. I'm going to do officials homework first, and then wait to do Durin's when I complete his story quest. So yeah, accept quest. Oh my lord. Okay. I also need to do quests in general. And I still, oh my god, I still need to do the Lantern Raids quest. Holy crap, I do not have... I like how it took me here and then I completely screwed up. Okay, there we go. I was like, what quest is it? Let's navigate. And we'll go here.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Greetings, traveler.
Nice. It's always so weird hearing Catherine talk.
And Oz and Fisher
Sometimes.
are here too. What a coincidence!
All things in this universe must plunge into darkness. 'Tis only natural that those who seek light should cross paths in the realm of dawn.
Mein Fräulein means to say she's happy to see you both. And I feel the same. It's been quite a while, Traveler and Paimon.
It has. I don't even remember the last time that Fischl was in a quest. Yeah. Like, I don't really, like, I was never really, I wasn't, wow. I was not a day one player, so I was never really introduced to Fischl. So the only times I really get to see Fischl is through the newer quests. So yeah.
You're here just in time. Yai Publishing House has a commission for you, Traveler. An editor is here to discuss the details in person. Much of the
Ooh.
information was kept from the guild for business reasons. All we know is that it has something to do with the author of the Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
What? Surely you don't mean.
Wait,
Okay.
is this author really that important? What if we weren't here? Or if we decided not to take the commission? The editor would just be wasting their time.
In that case, it'd be a free trip to Mondstadt where one needs only pass some information along. That's an opportunity most would fight over. In any case, if the commission is of interest to you, the editor is waiting at the Good Hunter. Just look for the man dressed in Inazuman clothing.
Hold on! I mean, halt thy steps, good traveler. Fate cast you upon the tides of the world, but not for you to stand alone in the face of its desolation.
You know, my thought is that Fischl would probably really enjoy Shakespeare's plays. It's just a really weird thought that I just had, but she really just reminds me of someone reading Shakespeare.
Nay, you step forth onto the path of the Immanakreich.
What Mein Fräulein means to say is she would like to go with you.
Fischl seems really jazzed about this commission. Do you think she has some kind of insider information?
Well, you're welcome to come along either way.
Well, let's head to the Good Hunter to meet with this editor then.
Okay. To Good Hunter.
Alright, let's see who lucked out and got this free trip to Mondstadt. Wait, you're Shing. Genu's editor Onodera.
Okay.
Traveler, thank you for all you've done for us in the past. I come here today with a commission from Lady Yai, with which I'd like your help, should you be willing. Oh, and might I ask who this person dressed like Princess Fischl is?
You
Okay.
have the pleasure of speaking to our eminent person, Fischl, Prinzessin de Vertelung.
Mein Fräulein means to say that her name is Fischl, and that she is most pleased to meet you.
Thank you, Oz, for the translations.
She's a reliable adventurer, and she's here to help.
Yeah, I, kinda got that the first time.
Since thou hast learned my name, understand this. To speak it is to be absolved. Praise it, therefore, and thou shalt earn thine salvation.
Mein Fräulein means to say she...
Ah, I see. I completely concur, milady. Remembering names is simply basic etiquette. And if you might lend me succor in solving this problem, I shall indeed praise your names to the heavens above. As many times as necessary, in fact.
You understood Fischl language before Oz could even finish translating.
An editor is not to be underestimated.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks then. Now, have you heard of the author Mr. Nine?
No, I have
He's
not.
famous for writing the legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Good to know.
Flowers.
What was that, Mein Fräulein?
Flowers for Princess Fischl. That's what Mr. Nine is actually famous for.
Mein Fräulein means to say, even should the creator be cold and unmoving, the Prinzessin and her Immanakreich's resplendence might yet compel them to weep.
Well, sure. The author of flowers for Princess Fischl, Mr. Nine. He sent a letter from Nodcry asking for help, and he seems to be in bad shape.
So ask the Adventurers Guild or a local mercenary to find him. Seems pretty simple to Paimon.
Where it's so simple. But here's the problem. We don't know anything about Mr. Nine. What he looks like, how old he is, where he's from. He's only ever communicated with us via letter, from addresses all over Teyvat. And he's never showed up to our annual meeting or events. Not once.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Yes, what are we supposed to do?
We'll need to investigate Mr. Nine's identity, that's for sure.
What if he doesn't want his
We did a
identity
bit
to
of
be
digging
exposed?
ourselves,
What
and
then?
we realized that ever since completing the Shattered Halberd series, Mr. Nine's handwriting began to change. His initial editor has decided to retire to focus on his own writing. And he didn't have much to add either.
Whatever hath once existed in this world is enshrined in the memory of the Prinzessin de Vertelung, to endure unchanging in her Immanakreich. For from the sacred primordial words flow the wellspring of all cause and consequence.
Yeah, hearing Fischl speak, it really just reminds me of going back to like grade 10 and just reading Shakespeare and like having lessons on Shakespeare. It's so fascinating.
Mein Fräulein means to say that
And then you have the teacher, like Oz here, giving the translation because no one really understands what the hell's going on. And you're like, okay, cool. Yes, we totally get it. But no, not really, we don't.
Yes, we had the same idea. So, we tracked down the original manuscript of The Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Oh man, Genyu's gonna be so mad he missed out on this. Wait, you didn't need Oz to translate this time either, Onodera.
Editors or something else.
Osvaldo Hafnavines, hast thou perceived something?
No such Henry exists, mein Fräulein. I sense a faint, elusive resonance, something akin to the magnetic field, gravitational force, and threads of cause and effect that surround you, mein Fräulein.
Isn't that interesting? Well, in the end, our only takeaway was that the design and craftsmanship of the paper point to it coming from Qingce Village in Liyue.
Huh. Could Mr. Nine be from Liyue then? No, wait. If we're talking authors from Qingce Village specifically...
Chain the Ninth?
No, it couldn't be. Could it?
Chong the Ninth?
Oh, Chong. Sorry.
I've heard of him. He won a Best New Author award for the first apprentice of Guhua.
It matters not.
Oh,
The
that's
Saint
why
of
the name
Tears and
sounds
the
so
Saint of
familiar.
Atonement perform manifold labors on divergent principles. Their power flows but from a single source.
It took me a moment to like place the name, and when he said that information, I was like, "Oh yes, that's correct." Oh, that quest was so long ago.
Mr. Onodera, if you please.
Wait, Oz? It's great that you trust Onodera and all, but we're still in the dark over here.
You speak true, mein Prinzessin. Even if Chong the Ninth doesn't turn out to be Mr. Nine, he's still an author, and he could have had contact with him. I think it's a good place to start.
What did I tell you, editors? Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, either way, I appreciate the help. I'm counting on you.
Everyone always does. Oh. And Oz just bursted in thin air. Awesome.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Okay, where to next? Head to the village and ask. Cool. We teleport. And we run up a whole bunch of stairs. First I'm going to collect the flower. And I'm going to collect this flower because why not? I also needed to conserve my stamina. And we'll just hop up the ladders. And we're here. It's empty. No one's here.
Chang the Ninth isn't home.
Really now? I couldn't tell.
It doesn't look like there's anyone around we can ask either. Shall we wait?
Seems like that's all we can do.
Still, could his absence mean that he really is Mr. Nine, now kidnapped and sent to Nodcry? Perhaps we should have a look around his house.
Barging in without permission seems wrong. But if he really is Mr. Nine, then... Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, as long as you're respectful, it should be totally fine. Investigate.
Nothing useful.
Yes, it's a door. And a light post?
No, not here.
Okay. What about this spot by a desk?
Just seems like a bunch of ordinary stuff.
Nay, I, the Princessin, have beheld the mystery of the universe enshrined in these specks of dust. What hath been revealed is the very fount of wisdom. Ever does it flow toward the shores of truth.
Mein Fräulein means to say she thinks this is a clue.
I love how Oz just like pops out of thin air and just like
Wait! It looks like the soil's been overturned. Oh no. Did some kind of overzealous fan have buried him in here?
okay.
Maybe we should call him Lilith. What do you think, Traveler?
It's all right, Paimon. Mr. Nine's most zealous fan happens to be right here. And since Mein Fräulein would never do anyone harm, I'm certain the same is true of his other less avid supporters.
All right, let's see what's buried here in any case. You dig up the ground. Inside, you find a large bag of Mora and a check from the Northland Bank. Suddenly, a voice comes out of nowhere, and without thinking, you stuff the items into your pockets. We have a giant-ass pocket, of course.
What is the meaning of this? I'm calling the Millilith.
Chang the Nine! You're not dead! Or kidnapped!
Could you imagine, like, people snooping around your home, and then you walk up, and they're just like, oh my god, you're not dead, and not kidnapped either. Like, what a weird sentence to say as you're rummaging around my house.
What are you even talking about? Oh, wait a second. You're the ones who came here with that young lad from the Guhua clan. Yes, I remember. I'm guessing this is a misunderstanding then. The question still stands, though. What are you doing digging around my house?
Such a valid question, too.
Oh, well, actually, we just wanted to know if you've ever written under the pen name Mr. Nine.
What? Not even a whole bucket of hallucinogenic mushrooms could make me that delusional. No. If I were Mr. Nine, why in the world would I enter all those writing competitions?
Good question.
To what? Demolish the competition from the shadows? Yes, doing a real bang-up job, aren't I? My submission's never even been selected. The classic archetype of the boy hero is outdated. That's the kind of critique I get. Even opening with a plot twist or disguising your hero as a fool is falling out of fashion. Modern readers are drawn to the boundless imagination and innovative world-building character of Mr. Nine's works.
Good point.
Besides, if I were Mr. Nine, I would have come clean the minute First Apprentice of Guhua won that award.
Fair.
What? That old beggarly Chong the Ninth is Mr. Nine? No, there must be some mistake. What a sight that would have been.
Yeah, and when we were here with Shincho that one time, you talked up the legend of the Shattered Halberd a lot. If you were the one who wrote it, that'd be like Jean complimenting herself for being a good knight. It just doesn't add up.
In any case, while this gentleman isn't the Mr. Nine we're looking for, I sense something of interest on his person.
Ooh,
It's a
what could that
peculiar
be?
signature. The same threads of fate I sensed on you, mein Fräulein, and on the manuscript. I believe the traces are related to Mr. Nine, and it appears I can track them.
So I'm assuming that, like, when he says the same threads of fate, they're actually threads. I hope so, because that would be such a cool imagery if you can, like, see the actual threads of fate.
Hey, that's perfect. Once we head to Nockrite, you should be able to find Mr. Nine, no problem then. But back to the signature. What were you doing before this, Chang the Ninth?
Oh, well, I ran out of manuscript paper, so I went to buy some. I'm particular about that kind of thing. Creation of literature demands the highest quality.
Ah, no wonder. Mr. Nine uses the very same type for his manuscripts.
Well, that explains it. Thanks, Chang the Ninth. We should get going.
I'm not quite sure what I did, but you're welcome, I suppose.
Farewell, creator of another world. Though I must say, the laws and narratives thou hast ordained can scarce compare to the dream dust sedimented in the Immenachreich.
Mein Fräulein means to say, your writing isn't... I mean, mein Fräulein offers her thanks.
Ooh, Oz. Good cover, Oz. Loading. Oh. I'm sorry, why
It's
was there
creeping
just a
up ahead.
Sealy? Oh, okay.
Attack that Sealy?
For a hot second, I thought that was just like a Sealy that I did not pick up and was not part of the
And
story.
it bears the same signature I sensed before.
Then it would seem fate has dictated our path for us.
Oh, nice. I got official.
Oz revealed thy
Do I know how to play her? No, obviously not.
Quietly now.
I don't know how to play most characters.
Lay to bear.
Huh. Looks like the Sealy is showing us the way. Let's follow.
Okay. And we're following the Sealy. Why are you going so slow? Hello? Can you kind of pick up the pace? Thank you. Oh,
What are you doing here?
it's Nicole!
Voice. It's Nicole. Also, that should be our line. We were looking for Mr. Nine and our search led us here, but now it seems we've found you instead.
You tell Nicole and the Sealy about the publishing
I
house.
see. Well, Mr. Nine is right here.
I'm sorry, what? Mr. Nine's the Sealy? Excuse-moi?
Hello.
Also, not the voice that I was thinking of. What is this plot twist?
What bizarre Demerung is this?
Same!
Never in 1,000 sunsets have I heard of such a thing.
In truth, I too aspire to be an author. But I'm also partial to direct communication. Talking is rather inconvenient by comparison. And as I'm sure you can understand, writing things down is even more tedious. I thought perhaps if I found someone with whom I could share my ideas, it might give me the same release as writing. But then those stories would never see the light of day, which would be a shame. So, I tracked down an old Sealy friend of mine and told her all the stories I was imagining. Then, I sent her to find people with similar aspirations to write them in my stead.
Oh, so it's kind of like ghostwriters in a way. where where a whole bunch of different people are writing under one pen name. Interesting.
We even came up with several character traits to lend a certain authenticity to Mr. Nine. A receding hairline was one of them, I think.
Yeah. It's like one of my favorite childhood books also had, I don't know if they had ghostwriters, but it was one name, but a whole bunch of different people were writing the books, which is the Warrior series, which of course is Cat's book or Cat series about all of these warrior cats fighting, and it's really, really cool and good. But that author, it's several different authors all writing those same books, just under one author name. So this is kind of interesting.
Yep, I'm the one she roped into all this.
Come now, it was beneficial for you too. By inhabiting those authors and mobilizing their language faculties, you were able to hone and eventually recover your capacity for speech. And
Interesting.
anyway, an angel has always functioned like a sort of a flash of inspiration in someone's head. I'm sure it was like stepping into old shoes.
So you, what, possessed people? Isn't that kind of intrusive?
Oh, it's fine. She did it while they were sleeping.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. They were just unconscious while we took over their bodies and wrote down manuscripts that they probably don't even realize that they wrote.
As long as the person is someone who dreams of creating worlds of their own, this inner writer within them will automatically awaken.
Yeah, that sounds very automatic.
Wait, but what about the letter and the strange intuitions Oz has been having? Nicole sent me to monitor the situation in Not Cry, and it's super dangerous, okay? So I needed some help. It's not like I have the knowledge or power of the heavens anymore.
As for your friend over here, well, you see, when writing a story, it's not uncommon to incorporate certain half-true details. For realism's sake, you understand?
Yeah, we've seen that before. A real curse was written into an Inazuman light novel once.
Indeed. In a similar vein, Mr. Nine's stories are full of metaphors, including one for the creation of life. What it describes isn't made up, per se. We just never imagined someone would actually manage to use it. Until you came along, young lady.
Aw, cute.
Mein Fräulein is speechless. So if I may ask in her stead, did she manage to use one of these half-truths in Mr. Nine's novels to create me?
It was
Oh.
more like 70% made up, 30% true.
No, it was 90% made up, 10% true. I thought it was too dangerous, so I changed it. See, I knew you'd never read my books.
Oh,
You don't seem too surprised, Oz.
Well, I suppose I've vaguely sensed this since the beginning. Regardless, it is an honor to serve mein Fräulein.
Well, once our affairs in Nodcry are resolved, Mr. Nine will be able to return home. Yes, just tell them that when you return.
I don't want to be your eyes here. It's too dangerous. Oh, but, while you're at it, could you pass a message along to that guy in Chengsa Village? I've been splitting the royalties with him 90-10. His share's been buried in his yard all these years. Wait, what do you use the Mora for? I bury it and then lead people to the treasure. Guiding people is in our nature.
wait.
It's what I love to do.
So, like, if I'm kind of getting this right, like, see, we have all those treasure chests in the open world. Part of the treasure chests is just the royalties from these books that the Celia has been burying and then leading people to. That is actually quite interesting. I really love when games sit here and try to incorporate a lot of the mechanics of the gameplay. So, like, finding chests in the open world, and having an actual logical explanation as to why they're there. Because, like, it doesn't necessarily make a whole bunch of sense why there's all this treasure chests in the open world, like, realistically. But when you have Seelies, and the Seelies are the ones bearing this treasure, or at this point, writing books, gathering up the royalties, bearing the royalties in treasure chests, and then guiding the adventurers to it, it actually low-key kind of makes a little bit of sense. Not going to lie.
Feel free to come search for my personal stash someday.
Lumine does not look
I've
as
buried
impressed
it
as
at
I
the
am.
furthest end of the Immernachtreich. I will. I absolutely will.
Mein Fräulein?
And, I just want to say that I really like your books, Mr. Nine.
What mein Fräulein means is, though the cosmos stretch forth in unending darkness, yet shall come an hour when all things shine.
I like how Oz and Fischl just changed roles there for a hot second. Like, Fischl talked plain and simple, and then Oz went on more of like a Shakespearean type of wording. It's so interesting.
I'm glad to hear it. All in all, it seems you've already found my greatest treasure.
All right, that settles that. Now, I need to have a quick argument with Mr. Nine about who really deserves to be considered first author.
Shouldn't it be Chain the Ninth?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Hold your horses. Okay. After saying our goodbyes, you begin the return journey.
Should we head to Boo Boo Pharmacy today? Fingers crossed we learned something useful.
Okay, that wasn't too long. Part of the homework, part of the reason why I haven't not done the homework is because I don't really know how long everything is. And sometimes I just don't want to lock in for like a really long quest. So I'm pretty happy that they're pretty short. Let's go and talk to Chain the Ninth.
Oh, that's right. Just channel Mr. Nine. How would he write this particular essay?
Hey, Chang the Ninth! We have something for you!
Oh? What is... What? Where did all this Mora
From your
come
backyard, silly.
About that. So, the thing is... Right. Mr. Nine really admires your work, so he decided to fund your writing career.
Wait, what? So, channeling Mr. Nine actually worked. I can't believe it.
Of course, for Chang the Ninth, wealth pales in comparison to his craft. The matter of Mora is swiftly forgotten as he put pen back to paper. Thus, you continue on back to Mondstadt. And that's done. Okay. And we go back to Mondstadt. So I think I'm going to end stream here. I've been live for like an hour and a bit. But I think that that's good.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You
For
have
pretty
my
much like my
undivided
first
attention.
stream. So yeah, I'm going to end stream here.
The
So,
incident in Nod
Thank you
Cry?
for
Don't tell
joining me
something bad
along
happened again.
while I do a little bit of artifact farming as well as doing Fischl's homework. I might be live tomorrow, roughly around the same time. I'm not 100% sure. But I am going to try to at least be live on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays.